Hey guys, welcome back. So now here in this session, once again we are going to see types of SAP document which is prepared by functional consultant, means you people, right? Now, so here till now what we have discussed, I have explained as is document, to be document, BPC is nothing but as is document itself, right? And business blueprint. Now next one is unit test document. This is pretty simple, guys. Unit test document is prepared by a functional consultant based on the test carried out for a specific process in a specific module, right? So, say for example, I have like a unit test. You guys know very well, right? Unit test means, as I said, like unit by unit, one by one, we have to do configurations, right? And process by process, we can say, right? Let's suppose like cash journal process, automatic payment program. Dunning is another activity, right? Let's suppose, or integrations. Integrations means, let's suppose, uh, again, so integration is a different one. We are talking about unit test document, right? So likewise, multiple, what is activities are there. Now here, so generally what happened, guys, so these all configurations are going to be done one by one, right? So that is why it is called unit test. Unit by unit configurations are going to be done, and unit by unit testing is also going to be done, right? So whatever testing we are doing, cash general related testing, let's suppose you have done. Okay. So generally what happened in implementation project, right? So project manager will conduct a review meeting, right? That is called status review meeting. Okay, so status review meeting means what, guys? Like, what is the status of your all this configurations and all, right? Where exactly you have reached. So every consultant, it will be like there will be a conference room kind of, like hall or room will be there where like a round table will be there where every consultants are sitting and the project manager also will be there, and one by one everybody are going to update their activity, that yes, I have done these things, I have done a particular configurations, right? So now a project manager most likely will be from SAP background itself, right? But generally what happens, guys, a project manager can be expert of only one module. Let's suppose project manager is SD consultant, right? So if project manager is from SD side, he doesn't have much idea about FICO module. Now, if you say like you have done configurations for cash journal or you have configured automatic payment program, so how project manager will come to know whether really you have done these configurations or not and you have executed this successfully, right? So simply project manager is not going to check your configurations whether you are telling a lie or truth. So project manager simply will say, okay, if configuration is done, then what about the unit test is completed? If you say yes, it is completed, then kindly send me the unit test document, right? So he is going to check just unit test document. He will see that yes, that testing is done and it is executed successfully. So it means configuration is done, right? So this unit test document is generally going to be prepared for what, guys? It is for internal reporting, right? Internal reporting is there because you are going to what to say, send to your report to your project manager, right? Later on, what happened, guys? Later on, when the internal audit take place, at that point of time, auditor also will check like, okay, whether you guys have prepared all the documents as per the procedure or not, right? So unit test, again, it can be like any format, because internal reporting means you are just going to report your project manager. So whether you can like, of course, for unit test also you'll be having like templates will be there, in the sense sample document will be there, right? You can download from share drive. Now and then you can edit that document. You just edit in the sense simply you have to add the screenshots and editing the details, right? And then you can, or else simply even like you can take the screenshot, paste it on the word document, and you can send it. Okay, because it is internal reporting, project manager will not say anything. Simply he has nothing to do like what format you guys are going to maintain, right? Simply he need to see the results, that's it. However, I have just done one thing. Look at here, there is one unit test document. Okay, so this unit test document, here this logo I have changed, guys. My client logo I have removed, and I have kept this Tata Motor. Okay, so now here, let's suppose for account payable, so configuration is done, now testing. So here in SAP FICO, like what is the submodule? Account payable, right? And that too, test case description. Here what is happening, guys? Vendor invoice posting, right? Now setup data. Setup data means like if you have to test like what to say, apart, like if you're going to post this, you're going to test invoice posting, right? So what all data are required? Of course, company code is required. Then debit side one account will be there, credit side another account will be there. Debit side, this is real account, credit side vendor account. These things we are going to see in detail. Okay, I'll show you guys. It's pretty simple. Okay, and then finally, after giving all the inputs, document numbers are going to be generated. Right. Likewise here, transactionals. Look at here. So now here transactional steps means, okay, so activity name, first of all, it is invoice posting itself, comes under account payable, right? Transaction code, which transaction code we are going to use? What is this transaction code? It is a shortcut key, guys. For customer invoice posting, we are going to use a different code. For vendor invoice posting, we are going to use different code. Don't be confused with these codes. It's pretty simple. It is not a technical code, guys. This is functional code, right? So transaction code I have specified inputs, like what inputs are required. So those things like company code, posting date, document date, debit account, credit account, these details, right? And expected result means what, guys? Document supposed to be posted, in the sense transaction was supposed to be posted and tested by whoever has tested, like of course your name will be there, right? And then after you can paste your screenshot. Pretty simple, right? Now it's up to you whether you want to follow this format, or simply even you can take the screenshot and you can paste it. Simply you can send it. That also is acceptable. Why? Because this is for internal reporting only, right? So project manager will not ask why you are not following the what you say process and all. Simply you have performed the testing, and testing you have executed this testing successfully. Attach the screenshot and send it. So this is what UT document, guys. Now in the same way, integration test. Integration test means what? IT document. So this is also prepared based on the test carried out for a specific process where two module involves, right? I have already explained P2P testing, guys, procure to pay. The only difference is, so unit test, integration test is also just like unit test itself. The only difference is in unit test, one process I've specified, one activity, whereas in integrations we are having multiple activities. As I said, like creation of purchase order, goods receipt posting, invoice receipt posting, then finally payment posting will be there, right? So if you talk about the here for integration test also, same format is there. The only thing is process P2P. Now here activities, PO creation, goods receipt, invoice posting, payment posting, right? Run date means on a particular date you have tested this, right? And then what? Setup data. Setup data means first of all PO creation, right? So for PO creation, whatever inputs are like purchase organizations, material code, quantity, plant, storage location, These all details are supposed to be given, right? And of course, like not given by you people. PO is not going to be created by you. Your consultant is going to set up this, right? Apart from this, these all like what codes actually, what is the code for plant, what is the number of units in the sense quantity, what is the material code, what is the purchase organizations code. These all details inputs we are specified here, right? And then finally, in the same way, the way we have done unit testing, in the same way integration test also is going to happen. The only thing is, in unit test you have only one setup data, means for one activity. Now here setup data for four activity: PO, then goods receipt, invoice receipt, and finally payment posting. I think it will be quite easy for you people to understand, because some of you have already like will be having some basic idea about this, but most of you, I know, like first time training is you guys are taking place for, so don't worry. Like in practical session, this everything's are going to be explained practically, in the sense whatever activity I'm explaining here, that you guys will see practically also, so you guys are going to be very much comfortable. Okay, now, and transactional steps once again for PO, like purchase order, what is the transaction codes code going to be used, what input you have given, expected result, tested by, and then you can add the screenshot. Likewise, once again, what is happening, guys? Now this is for goods receipt. Here, second number, right? And then you can add the screenshot, right? Okay. So goods receipt is going to be posted against your like purchase order, and if you want to change the quantity, quantity can be changed. Like whatever material, let's suppose we are going to order, we have ordered 10 units. So purchase order got created for 10 units, but later on, if you want to change the quantity, let's suppose vendor has delivered only 5 quantity, then here we can change the quantity. So as I said, like practically, this is going to be covered. Don't worry. Here simply I'm explaining like how many types of documents are going to be prepared by you people, so that at least you guys will be familiar with these documents. That yes, these are the documents which is going to be, or is sometime what happened, guys. Let's suppose your understanding is very nice. You are logically you are able to understand all the configurations, everything you have done, like you know logic behind every configurations. Once you went for interview, an interviewer asked a particular questions related to a particular document, and you say like you don't know about that, right? Then in that case, your entire whatever like marks you have earned during your entire 20 minutes 30 minutes interview, at last question, let's suppose they ask like something related to blueprints, something related to any other document, like FS is there, TS is there, and you say like you don't know, then entire things are going to be turned into negative, right? So integration test is just like UT itself, right? The only thing is number of activities are more here, right? And then what next, guys? The next one is, okay, the next one is user acceptance test. So this is also same. Whatever the unit test we have prepared, right? Or integration test document we have prepared, the same document is going to be used by users also. They'll just take the same copy, they'll remove the screenshot, that's it. They're going to remove your name and they're going to use the same document, right? So in for user acceptance test, that same whatever like document we have prepared for UT and IT, all the documents you can like generally what happened, guys, a personal repo also build up with the core team member, right? So whatever documents we have prepared is going to be forwarded, and those people will just test it. They'll attach the screenshot, they'll add the screenshot, and finally, if they're what to say convinced with like all this testing and all, then the same whatever this UAT document prepared, we have to take the printout, we can ask for sign off. Or else simply you can ask email confirmation also, that kindly confirm on email that yes, this is approved, that is approved, right? And generally what happened, guys, on like during implementations. So everybody will be having, like, you'll be having access of Outlook, right? So in Outlook, we are going to create a separate folder for approvals. Okay, that project name and approval folder will be there. Whenever we receive any approval mail from client side that okay, this activity approved, that activity approved, then what happened? Simply we are going to drag that email and we keep in approval folder so that it will be easy for us to find out. Or else later on, if the client is having any confusion and saying that no, how you proceed further, like I have not approved anything and all. So if you're going to check out the email, it is going to take time, right? So we can check the approval folder and there itself we can check one by one and we can say that yes, look at here, this is what approved by you. So anyway, such kind of situation do not arise, but still for the safer side, we do these things. Okay. So user acceptance test, same document, UT and IT is going to be used by user. Then the next one is training manual. Training manual is a very common document, not only in SAP guys, everywhere, whether you are the part of IT project, you are the part of non-IT project. So in every project, certain activities are going to happen, guys. So whatever activities are going to be performed, those activities, how to perform those activities, for that people are going to prepare a document, right? Which is going to be that is going to be pretty helpful for all newcomers. They are unaware about this process, right? So we prepared a document, they'll follow the documents and then they are going to be familiar with. They will be able to learn like what exactly we are doing and how you know uh, in terms of SAP, like how to post the transactions. So what is happening, guys? We have prepared a training manual. Simply, the user is going to refer that and will be able to know. Once they have posted few documents, few transactions, then they are going to be familiar, and then without reading the training manual also, they can proceed further. So this training manual itself is called SOP, Standard Operating Procedure. Whether you say SOP, whether you say training manual, or you say any other name, whatever it is, but the purpose is same: educate the users, right? If training manual is not going to be prepared, then what will happen, guys? Every time 40 members are going to call you. I forgotten these things, I forgotten that things, right? So always we have to deliver this training manual, and this is also a mandatory documents only, guys. You must have to deliver this training manual. So this is what now. The next one is configuration document. So configuration document, guys, once I start, so training manual means that is all the end user activities, right? End user activities means, as I said, cash journal, automatic payment program, right? So here, first of all, we have to configure cash journal, right? And after that, we are going to post certain cash transaction, post certain cash transactions, right? So we are going to post certain cash transactions. What for, guys? For testing, right? So once we have done the configurations, then you have to post certain cash related transactions, to see whether it is working fine or not. And if it is working fine, and let's suppose everything is completed, we have done all the configurations, everything got tested, then once the go live is done, then what will happen, guys? The employee of Tata Motor, they will post transaction on daily basis. All the cash related transactions are going to be posted by using cash journal. All the payment related transactions are going to be posted by using automatic payment program. All the overdue invoices, like multiple invoices will be there from customer side which become overdue. So for those overdue invoices, we need to send a reminder to the customer. So all reminders are going to be sent by using Dani. So that is called end user transaction, right? But before that, in order to make sure that APP or Dunning or Cash General should work fine, first of all, what we have to do, guys? We have to do the configurations. So configuration is your work, right? Configuration is your work in the sense a consultant is going to do all the configurations, right? And this transaction posting is end user work. Who is the end user, guys? The employee of Tata Motor is end user. You say user or you say end user, both are same. Ultimately, they are going to use this ERP in the sense SAP to post day-to-day transactions, right? So now here, training manual in the sense all end user related activities are going to be specified over there. And configurations also, whatever configurations we have done, for that also we have to prepare a document that is called configuration document. So guys, multiple configuration document I'll share with you guys once we start the configuration. Then I know that every time it is not possible to watch the video. You can watch once or twice, and later if you have like any confusion, you forgotten certain logic, a particular logic, or you forgotten the entire topic itself. In that case, what is happening, guys? Of course, the videos are there. Backup is there. If you watch the video, the same class, whatever I'm explaining right now, the same thing is going to be repeated even after 6 months. Also, if you're going to watch this video, the same class is going to be repeated, right? So this is the advantage of this online training, guys. Why? Because here the sessions are getting recorded, and this is also live interaction itself. If you have any question, you can put it right now itself, right? So anyway, so now here configuration is your part, and whatever this testing we have done, of course initially we have to test it, but later on whatever the transactions postings are happening, that is going to be done by employee of Tata Motor. That is called end user activities, right? So even multiple configuration document also I'll share you guys. So configuration document prepared by functional consultant, you people only, which consists of all the configuration steps related to specific module. Now there is key data structure, KDS. Generally, earlier this KDS was not included here, but I think in previous session or maybe previous to previous session, somebody asked, sir, what is the meaning of this KDS, right? So I'll tell you guys, some people, they'll keep on making some experiment on Google that, okay, something else I can find out, right? And somebody finds certain documents. Even though it is not important, but still the candidates, they'll ask, sir, I got this one, right? So I'll tell you guys, KDS is also a standard document itself, right? But there are multiple, I'll tell you, if any document, let's suppose there are multiple organizations, specific name will be there, right? Same configuration document or testing document, somebody is going to give a different name, right? So that is not the standard one, right? That is organization specific. Standard name is configuration document, UT document, IT document, blueprint document, right? Functional specifications, technical specifications, these all are the standard name, right? If somebody has given a different name, it's okay. So now KDS, key data structure. Look at here, guys. It's a kind of configuration document itself for a specific process or submodule. Now, say for example, for entire finance module, I have prepared one particular configuration document. Or sometime you can break it into 4 or 5 parts, or might be 10 part or 20 part as well. Activity wise, for cash journal, I have prepared a different configuration doc. For automatic payment program, I have prepared a different configuration doc. For learning, I have prepared a different configuration doc, right? So activity wise, multiple documents we have prepared, or else submodule wise, like for GL settings, in the sense for GL submodule, all the activities, for every activities, we are going to prepare one doc. For account payable, whatever topics comes under account payable, for that we prepared another document. For account receivable, again another document. Likewise, for asset accounting, another document. So here what is happening, guys? More than one configuration documents are going to be prepared, right? It is so this is called KDS, key data structure. It's a kind of configuration document itself for a specific process or a specific submodule. So here, number of configuration documents are going to be more, right? And I have specified clearly, guys. Note, you may find some confusing definitions, that is country specific configuration document, while Google search. Don't look at those definitions. Why? Because I have specified clearly, guys, because that I have faced in previous sessions. Somebody is like, let's suppose I have explained certain things. Now people even they search on Google also. What is the definition of this one? Google is saying, right? So guys, Google means if you're going to search on Google, right? So the first thing is whatever definitions are going to be shown by Google, that is first of all a very what to say sophisticated word and sentences will be there. Overall the meaning will be same, but it is going to be quite difficult for you guys to like it means like if you are going to note down those things, that is you need to mug up only, right? Because those words and sentences we are not using in our regular conversations, isn't it? So that is why I say it's better not to see the Google, because it is going to show some confusing definitions. And even generally what happened, what is the guarantee that whatever definitions you have seen over there is written by a particular consultant only or particular expert only? There are multiple websites, guys. There are multiple websites where, let's suppose you are trying to find out definition, or like let's suppose uh, generally what happened, guys, let's suppose people are taking training from the institutions, right? In 1 month, 1.5 month, in 2 months, everybody are going to finish their classes. 30%, 20%, or 40% max to max they have taught. Remaining 60% they left as it is. Simply one line, two line definitions are going to be given by people, right? So now once the class got completed, after that faculty will not answer their calls, receptionist will never answer their call. Now, once they started doing practice, they'll be having multiple errors. Now, who is going to solve the errors? Because the course is already completed, right? So in that case, people they will type certain things on Google and they are going to search. Got error in let's suppose what to say in particular something, right? In cash journal or is in APP. So they'll give certain keywords, and based on that Google is going to pull out the results. Now sometime what happened, the candidate could not get the expected answer from Google. At the same time Google took him to a different websites where like answers were not there, but he found certain questions. Like him, somebody already put their questions, somebody has written already certain questions, right? So there are multiple questions, let's suppose, which is unanswered. In that itself somebody has asked a question, what do you mean by, what is the meaning of key data structure? Now this student is not having much idea, but still he is trying to write down something. So whatever his opinion is there, that he has write down. Now how you will come to know that whatever is written by him is right or wrong, right? Even you will be having like thumbs up and thumbs down option also will be there in certain what do you say websites. Somebody is like somebody has written the answer, again other person has seen, he doesn't have idea about the definition, simply he has clicked on thumbs up. Likewise 5 people have clicked on thumbs up. It means they are proving that this, yes, it is right, right? So that is why I says don't look at those things. Whatever things are written on Google, or it's like let's suppose sometime people says like, okay, do I need to refer a book, right? So guys, let's suppose once I start the configurations, a particular logic I have to explain, right? So whatever logic I'm going to explain by quoting a very simple and a small example, right? The same logic, if you try to understand by reading out the book, I'll tell you guys, even if you keep on read out like that book for 20 days also, you're not going to understand, right? So that is why I do not suggest like, okay, that you have to read out a particular book or this book or that book. No, everything is going to be covered here itself with all the easy examples. So why to read out the books, right? Now, the next one is, okay. So I have explained what KD is. Now, the most important document during interview, people will ask the question. Functional specification. This is going to be reason of rejection for several people. Okay, and I'm able to remember, guys, when I gave my first interview, like there were total 12 questions asked by people, in the sense asked by interviewer. And to be honest, I was not able to understand even a single question because my faculty simply taught basics. It was below basics, guys. I'm talking about way back, some 13 years back, right? 13, 14 years back. So it was quite basic. And in that, there was a question. This question was also there. What do you mean by functional FS? I was confused. FS, no, I don't know. Have you heard about FS like functional spec or functional specification? I simply said no. So, because it was not explained by faculty, not even a single line also. Right? But you guys don't worry. Even I'll share some certain documents later. Functional specification means it is development related document, guys. So that is like you guys will be able to understand only if I cover the topics practically, right? Then so later, not now. So we'll talk about functional specification. Look at here. It is a document prepared by functional consultant, means you people, right? Which consists of development related requirement in detail. So right now, since I have not started any practical session, right? So I will just do one thing. Then in that case, okay, let's suppose this is SAP screen, right? SAP screen, and here multiple fields are there. Transaction posting related screens. We are going to post certain transactions, right? Let's suppose, okay, these all are the fields. Here, like we are going to give document date. Here we are going to give posting date, right? Here we are going to give document type. What is this document date, posting date? What is this document type? This is called period, right? Here we are having like, let's suppose, okay, here you are having like, let's suppose, currency, right? Likewise, this is called a reference field, okay? Likewise, here we are having another field called header text, okay? So likewise, various fields will be there, okay? So if you have to post a transaction, right, while posting the transaction, various inputs are going to be given. So this is, let's suppose this is a standard screen. This is the standard screen. Standard screen means what, guys? Let's suppose if you have to post a transaction, right? Say for example, vendor invoice. So how to post the vendor invoice, right? So this kind of screen will appear. So how the vendor invoice screen is going to be open, guys? So for that, we have to use a transaction code. Let's suppose FB60. What is this FB60, guys? It is a transaction code. Transaction code is what, guys? You can say it is an instruction code. Instruction code means if I'm going to use FB60 transaction code, if I'm going to give, then SAP will come to know that what exactly I'm looking for. So as per that, system is going to give you the output. In the sense now vendor screen, vendor invoice posting screen is going to appear. Likewise, So one small command box will be there, guys. In that command box, anyway, practically you guys are going to be, I'll show you, don't worry. Even some of you already, like whoever has taken this training earlier is already, whatever I'm explaining is nothing for you people. But of course, as I said, like there are some people who have started, uh, like first time they are taking this training. So that is why I always start from zero, zero, 1, 2, 3, and whoever has taken training, that you guys also, guys, almost zero itself. Once I start the configurations, you guys will come to know, right? So now, okay. So here, every 60 means it is a kind of command we have given to SAP, and based on that, SAP is going to show you a particular screen. So this screen is appearing, and whatever these fields are there, guys, this is called. So this is standard screen. No matter you use this transaction code in India, you use this transaction code in UK, USA, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, anywhere, everywhere the same what you say screen is going to appear, right? But your client is saying that no, I need additional field should appear here. Client is saying that I need additional field that should appear here. That is the requirement from client. They want to put certain inputs. Okay, they want to give certain inputs here. Okay, some additional input they want to give. So guys, this is not the standard one, right? They are saying that I need one additional field supposed to appear here. So this is how it is going to happen, guys. It means now what is happening? It means you have to change this standard shape, whatever the standard shape is there, right? Standard shape means earlier it was looking like this yellow color field was not there. So that is the standard screen, right? Now, so whatever standard screen is there, that is going to be changed. Some modifications we have to do, right? So that is called customization. In other word, it is called development. Okay, I'll tell you guys, customization is pretty simple. Customization is pretty simple, right? Let's suppose uh, you have bought a car, right? So a particular model, right? So if you talk about that particular model, the shape, size, weight, everything is same. The only thing is like different variants in the sense color, different colors will be available. But remaining outer inner look and all the functionality, everything will be same. So now if you brought outside of showroom, now you are going to visit somewhere and to a particular, now you just, what to say, going to add some, you are going to install some extra accessories. So extra accessories means what, guys? Then it means you're trying to change the standard shape and size, right? And whatever the functionalities are given already, in that some additional modifications are going to happen, guys. So that is called customization. It means you are doing some customizations. Whatever standard shape and size is there is going to be changed by applying some extra accessories, stickers, multiple things to change the look, right? That is called customizations. In the same way, here also we have to go for customization itself, because if you talk about standard screen, so in a standard, this this field was not there. Now your client has kept a proposal that I need one additional field which supposed to appear here. They will provide you the logic that they want to give certain inputs in that field. Okay, so what will happen if you have to change, if you have to, so this is called like we have to go for customization, or else in SAP language it is called we have to go for development, right? So if you have to go for development or if you have to go for customization, it means what is happening, guys? The standard, whatever this is, standard screen is there, is going to be changed. Some changes are going to happen here, right? Who is going to make these changes? Who is going to bring this additional field here, right? It's not done by you people. It is going to be done by your technical consultant. A technical consultant means who? A web consultant. Okay, your web consultant is going to develop this field here. Okay, So now if a web consultant is going to develop this field here, then what is the procedure, guys? Right? So it's not like simply I have received the requirement from client. Let's suppose client is saying some meeting has happened with the client, right? Or telephonic conversation is there, or is they have sent an email and then after let's suppose this meeting got conducted and then client has raised the requirement that I need this additional field here. Okay, you have simply heard, you have heard this requirement, and you just visited your technical consultant saying that I need one is additional field in this screen, right? So based on that, like technical consultant is not going to work. Why? Because just wait for a moment, guys. Just give me a second. Okay. So guys, I got an important message actually. So I was supposed to reply. Anyway, so in between, like this recording was paused, so there won't be any what to say gap, in the sense like there won't be any lag in this recording and all. Now, so okay, where was I? So I said like we have received the requirement from client, and simply you have heard the requirement, and if you are going to say ask your technical consultant that kindly make this changes, they will not, right? Why? Because first of all, they need what to say certain. First of all, you have to write an email, right? And that too, approvals are required, right? So approval matrix will be there. Approval matrix in the sense, first of all, you are going to receive a requirement from client side, right? So client has sent you an email. Now what will happen? So that email you have to attach, and you are going to write a new email, or is the same email you can forward to the technical consultant, right? And even you can copy your uh, project manager or project coordinator, whoever is there, right? So now then you have sent. So you have raised a requirement, right? But simply you have specified. But what is the requirement? How technical consultant? Because technical consultant, they know, like they know their technical consultant means they don't know whatever our functional what do you say activities are there. They don't know anything about that. You have to say that you have to explain the requirement, and then they are going to work based on that. So whatever requirement we have received, guys, first of all you have to prepare a document, right? You have to prepare a document. First of all, like okay, in which screen the changes are going to happen, right? The next one is like okay, where like additional field is going to be like added. What is the length of this field? 30 character, 40 character, 50 character, right? And if let's suppose client is going to give any input here, then what is the expectation of the client, right? Whatever input they are going to enter here, they'll be having some expectations that once we see the report in that these details are supposed to appear, right? So first of all, one development supposed to be done here, and associated development also will be there, guys. Why? Because in report, like various columns are there, right? All are standard columns, right? But whatever inputs are going to be given here, that also supposed to be updated. So one another column supposed to be added. So even in report also, a development supposed to be done, guys. A customization supposed to be done, right? So this is called associated development, right? So these all things are going to be specified in a document, right? Why it is required, guys? Let's suppose you have simply explained verbally to your, you have just dropped an email, right? So if you explain verbally to your technical consultant, he has worked like half of the things he has already done, and after that he left the organization, he joined a different organization. Now somebody, the backup came, and backup couldn't get enough time to take the KT from the consultant, let's suppose. Then what will happen? Whatever you have narrated, that in the sense, whatever things you have explained, that you have explained to uh, the person who has already left, right? So a different person came once again, you have to narrate the same story, right? So generally, for every what to say, whenever such kind of requirements are there, guys, this customization or development, you have to prepare a document, and that document is supposed to be, first of all, you are going to send that document supposed to be attached in the email, and that is going to be sent to the technical consultant. Before that, if any approval is required, let's suppose sometime what happens, some clients will hire a senior consultant from their payroll, and they will say that whenever any developments are going to happen, right? So in that case, whatever the functional specifications are going to be prepared by you people, first of all, you have to send this to our technical consultant for approval. Once he or she is going to approve, then only it is going to be forwarded to the technical consultant for further development. So you have to follow those procedures, right? But ultimately, what is happening is the requirement which we have received must be documented, and then it is going to be sent to the technical consultant. So this document consists of the development related requirement. That is what I have specified here. Right, now I'll come on the PPT, and now now I'm going to read out once again, and now 100% you guys will be able to understand what I'm trying to say here. It is a document prepared by functional consultant, means you people, right, which consists of development related requirement in details, right? What development is there? Like, so additional, adding the additional field, where this field supposed to be added, in which screen it is supposed to be added. If the fields are going to be added, then what is the length of the field, right? How many characters maximum? Like, client will say that, okay, whatever inputs we are going to give, the length of those inputs will be maximum 30 characters. So based on that, technical consultant is going to do the development, right? If this informations we have not taken from client, and you have not specified these things, technical consultant has done the development, and their like 10-digit length is only given. Later on, client is going to say, no, we required 40-digit or 30-digit. Once again, they are going to do the same development, in the sense again they have to work again, right? So that is why these inputs are supposed to be taken from client initially itself and prepare a document, and that is going to be sent to the technical consultant. So look at here. Here the functional consultant means you people, right, collect the business requirement from client. We are going to, I'll tell you guys, don't be confused and don't be panic. Okay, it's like not much difficult. The thing is, like, I'm not showing any practical document here. Why? Because let's suppose if I have explained a particular process, right, so you don't have any idea about that process itself, right? So you guys are going to be confused more. That is why I have given a very standard and basic example here, right? Now, so what I said, okay, so here functional consultant collect the business requirement from client, identify the required development. Of course, that is also one thing. When the client has given the requirement, then we have to, as a consultant, first of all, we have to find out whether this requirement, whether we are going to meet this requirement by standard configuration or not. If we don't find any solution through a standard configurations, then only we have to go for development, right? So identify the required development and specify that requirement in a particular document, and that document is called functional specification document. In short form, it is called FS. Sometimes people say functional specification, functional spec, functional specs, or FS. These all are same. There is no difference, right? Short form, long form. And the next one is technical specification. Guys, you have nothing to do with technical specification, right? And if you talk about me, so I have seen multiple technical specification, right? But I also don't have a clear understanding. Why? Because I am not a technical consultant, right? So the question is, why I have specified this technical specification, right? Because I said, like, I also don't have understanding about the technical specification, because I'm not a technical consultant. The reason behind specifying this is when the people ask questions, they will ask, what do you mean by FS and TS? I have noticed multiple time people ask this question, what do you mean by FS and TS? So guys, FS is your part that you can explain in detail. But at the same time, since interviewer has added this TS word also, TS means technical specification, FS means functional specification. So at least you have to give certain explanations about TS also, technical specification also, no matter whether it is in 2 line, 3 line, because anyway, you guys are not going to prepare the technical specification, right? But people are asking such kind of questions. What do you mean by FS and TS? So FS, you can quote the example, right? And later you guys will be having example also, guys. Don't worry. You watch any of the video on YouTube, guys, right? You may find certain videos, right? But where is the practical example? Nowhere you guys are going to receive the practical example. And whatever practical example is quoted by somebody, I have seen certain video where that faculty itself is not confident what exactly he is reading out. Somewhere from somewhere he got certain document and simply reading out, right? So if you are also going to do the same thing, interviewer means they are very much clever guys, and they'll be having minimum 10 plus years of experience. The way you are going to respond, immediately they'll come to know, by reading out your confidence level, they'll come to know how much understanding you are having, right? And from your answers itself, they are going to derive multiple questions, isn't it? So sometimes what happened, guys? Sometimes people become over smart, even they don't know anything about the answer. Still, they are trying to say something. They will, even though answer is not relevant at all, but still they are going to give some answer. Now, from their answer itself, interviewers just derive different question. Again, they have made a mistake. So mistake. After 4 or 5 minutes, immediately they are going to reject. In between, if they have given any correct answer also, that is also going to be counted as a negative itself, right? So if you don't know anything, better not to say, because anyway that is going to irritate the people, right? And sometimes I have seen people like, they have made a blunder, they have given a very wrong answer, and they are trying to justify this. They are trying to justify this at any cost. They are trying to justify their answer that whatever I have quoted is right. That is very bad habit. That is going to irritate the interviewer, right? And instead of conducting the interview for 20-25 minutes, is going to cut the phone in 5 minutes itself, right? So 20 minutes means at least he is going to give you opportunity to answer, because see, we cannot expect every answer from candidate, but at least 60-70% supposed to be right. Anyway, so I diverted from a different, what to say, this one. So we are talking about technical specification, right? Technical specification is prepared by technical consultant in response of FS, which consists of the detail that how a technical consultant is going to develop the requirement. Here, technical consultants specify all the changes. So, guys, multiple programs and tables are going to be changed, or else it is going to be created, whatever it is. So, like generally, what happened, guys? The progress of, like daily progress of a particular, because if you talk about a technical consultant, so technical consultant will be having multiple requirement. You as a FI consultant, you have given two requirements. Likewise, he has received requirement from SD side, MM side, PP, QM, PS. Multiple modules are there. From every module, he has received the requirement, right? So what happened? These people, they will spend some time on your requirement and made a progress 30%, right? Again, after 1 hour, again they are going to spend another 1 hour on this different modules requirement, right? Again, there also there is a progress of 25%. Likewise, on every requirement, whatever they have received, on every requirement, they are going to spend some time, and slowly, the progress will be there. Tomorrow, 50%, day after tomorrow, 75%, like that they are going to. And once 100% is done, then what will happen, guys? They are going to revert you back that we have done with whatever requirement was given is like we have completed. You kindly test it. You test from your side. You are going to test it. If it is working fine, you have to inform your client. They will also test. If it is working fine, then we are going to close the requirement, right? Okay. Now, so TS means what, guys? TS means it is a kind of progress. Daily basis, he is doing certain like today 30% is done. So whatever changes he has made, those things are going to be specified in technical specification document, right? Let's suppose after some time, so 50% he has already done, right? And after that he has left the organization. A newcomer came, a new like resource came. And Ajay said like he couldn't get much time for this KT. But anyway, if technical specification is there, if functional specification is there, he's going to read out the FS. If he is having any query, anyway he is going to or she is going to approach you people, right? And uh, TS means if technical specification is there, then consultant is going to read out the technical specifications, and that is their part, guys, right? So they will be able to understand that okay, this development is already 50% of the part is completed, remaining 50%. So wherever the previous consultant left, from there onwards, they'll start what to say this development activity, right? So technical specification means what, guys? Simply in a single line, you have to say that TS is prepared by a technical consultant, where they are going to specify the progress of development related requirement, right? Whatever the progress is there and whatever the changes are going to happen, those things are going to be specified in technical specifications. That is for their references, and even they're going to keep for future purposes also, because I'll tell you guys, as I said, internal audit. So once the audit is going to happen, for technical people also certain audit will happen. So if whoever the auditor is there, that auditor also will be a technical consultant itself. So random basis, they are going to pick certain requirement and they will ask a question, okay, on so and so date you have done changes in so and so table. Based on what? Right? So they'll be having this backup document and they will say that I received a requirement from finance consultant. So that document is already they'll be maintaining somewhere, right? And they are going to provide the logic reason behind that. So this is all about the technical specification, guys. Right? So if somebody asks functional FS and TS, at least we can't say that no, I haven't heard about TS. This is again going to give negative remarks, right? It is negative impact that is going to create. TS means at least one or two line answer. You must have to say that TS is like this is also a document prepared by technical consultant, where they are going to specify like whatever development they have done, right? So the progress of development, and apart from this, whatever changes are going to be done on regular basis, those they are going to specify over there in that document. That is called TS, technical specification document. So these are the documents which is prepared by consultant, guys. Major whichever is there that I have specified here, right? Organizations specific, it could be different name could be there, guys, but that is like whatever name I have specified, this is the standard one, and this is what is going to be asked by people. Okay, so that's all in this session, guys, and that's all for today.